If you don't hook them immediately, they're already scrolling.
And companies should be paying for that authentic content, and that is our goal. Just finished our workout, just getting ready to head to the jacuzzi, and we're just going to record our conversation and see what we get. I'll tell you guys, he's showing watch this super interesting YouTube filming of Gary Vee. And one of the interesting things he said was that in 24 months from now, 2 years, AI will be so good that the new generation of kids won't be able to tell the difference between an AI-generated influencer in photo or video. Like, the tech will be that good. What Gary said is that marketing now, I'm going to wait for you to watch this podcast so we can actually kind of delve deep into it.
Yeah.
And he's done the research, so I don't dispute Gary at all. I think he's a genius. I think he knows what the fuck he's talking about.
That being said, I mean, do your own research, obviously.
Yeah, do research too. Listen to what he says. Validate it through your own research. Look for loopholes. I'm sure he has. But authentic, paying to boost content that has reached an authentic audience versus paying to boost content to reach an audience. Meaning that if it's good content and it has authentic reach, that's the type of media that you want to boost, and companies should be paying for that authentic content that is good, that actually reaches authentic audiences, and then boosting that based on the type of audience that it's reaching.
That makes sense. One of the podcasts I was watching the other day, and I can't think of the name of it. It wasn't Gary Vee, but he was just talking about, going viral versus going viral in your niche. Going just a post that goes crazy viral is not going to do you as good as a post that goes kind of viral in your niche. So when you've zoomed into your type of content, your type of audience you're trying to reach, maybe you don't get a post that goes, 8 million views or something like that, but you're zoomed into your niche, and the people that it's reaching, the authentic reach, it goes viral and it does 1 million in that particular niche. Like, that's much more valuable. So I don't know if that's exactly what you were saying.
Similar to that for sure. We'll link the links in there, especially maybe not with this one so much. We'll do a specific podcast on these two things that we're talking about, because I think it'd be super interesting to delve deep into these topics for one.
Yeah.
But and leave with that, I did talk to a friend that has a brand that has said that he has made close to zero sales off of authentic reach. And then I listened to something that Gary Vee says, and it just makes me think that he's not trying hard enough, or the authentic content that he's trying to use to get the reach or to get the sales is not interesting at all.
Yeah.
It's not good enough content, which is evident because he's actually not getting any sales from it.
That's not anything against the content creator that you spoke to, the business owner. It's more just figuring out how to target his audience so that he does get the authentic reach he's looking for.
And how to make good content that actually reaches his
Yeah,
market.
you got what, 1 or 2 seconds from the start of your video
To hook them.
to get them hooked, to make them know that the video they're watching is something they want to watch and is related to what they're looking for. So if you don't hook them immediately, they're already scrolling on. They're already moved on. They're looking for that next thing that does grab their interest and keep their interest as something that they're actually looking for. So if you can't do that in the first second or two, like you need to look at how you can optimize your time better.
I also have a friend that's
He had a lot of friends.
I'm a few friends.
He has a lot of friends.
That she's built her brand on authentic content, and she does extremely well. And her brand is very well known within her reach. You know, to the point where she doesn't have to pay for, she pays for her websites and this and that, but she's not really doing ads and doing that kind of thing, boosting Instagram content, because she doesn't have to, because she does really well on just authentic reach. But she has a lot of people that are tagging her content. A lot of influencers, a lot of competitors that wear her brand, and she gets a lot of great authentic content because of that. So, but she's been doing it for a long time, and as a result, she's been able to get very good authentic reach. So, what does that mean for us? I guess that's the important thing. And what do? Like we have a lot of research to do. And, like some of the content we're looking at doing is working with brands and creators to boost their brand to reach the audience that they want to reach, both for the personal brand and for the business brand. So we will be doing the research. We'll be creating interesting content that will reach authentic audiences.
Yeah.
And that is our goal. That's what we're doing now. That's what we're looking into, and that's what we are going to do.
Yeah. We're excited. We have a lot of work to do, but we know we have a lot of work to do. So every day it's a couple of steps forward. What are we doing today to get closer to our goal? What are we doing today to get our next video up, to reach our next client, to get our next contract? So we don't know always what those steps are going to be every day,
Which is why we're continuing to watch podcasts like Gary Vee, Tom Bilyeu,
Stephen Bartlett, Huberman, yeah,
The Drive, and then things, that are not necessarily related to how do we build our business, but how do we
improve ourselves.
Yeah. Very chatty, mind theory, there's, not mind theory, mind valley.
Mind Valley.
So, there's so many good resources out there. Still watch, Tony Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I may not watch his podcast every day, some of the practices I'm still doing every morning while I'm doing my breathing exercises, while I'm doing my workout. So
Yeah.
it takes action, though. It doesn't just take thoughts and writing things on paper. You have to take massive action. You have to do the thing.
Writing things down on paper can help you because it gives you a visualization of what you're trying to do. But once you have that visualization, you still have to take the steps to do the things that you're writing down. So just writing it down isn't everything. Writing it down and then taking action on the things you wrote down.
And so far, I think we've been pretty good, man. We've been filming, not every day, but almost every day. We've been doing research every day. We've been working on our mind every day. We've been working on our bodies every day. We've been working on cleaning up our
Diet. By diet, I just mean
nutrition.
what we're eating,
Yeah, what goes
what
into
we're putting in our
bodies,
body.
yeah.
We still have the days or
You have some
moments.
processed food here and there, but it's definitely a lot less, and the amount of calories we're consuming has probably gone down just because, not intentionally, man. You find that when you're eating better, when you're on a more regular schedule, when you are putting better things into your body, like you're just not as hungry, even though we're probably burning more calories.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, not working that other job I was working, it's been like a godsend. My schedule's more regular again. I'm definitely eating better. I'm putting way less processed sugar into my diet, way less processed food into my diet. So our neighbor's walking by, walking a dog.
Walking the dog, we thought they moved. We're glad they didn't. Cool neighbors.
So many blessings in me not working that particular job anymore.
So, speaking of that, man, I know that you're still staying up late sometimes, having that challenge of getting to bed
Oh man.
early. Like, what's that been like, bro?
So my old job, I worked all night. So there wasn't a night. 4 nights, at least 4 nights a week, sometimes 5. Occasionally it would be 6, where I didn't work until at least 5 a.m. Here, guys, it's raining. We're trying to protect the camera, and for whatever reason, the towel keeps hitting the screen, which keeps stopping the recording. So anyway, I believe I was talking about getting my schedule back on track, my workout schedule back on track. I was working out after work. I thought, hey, you know what? Let's try and wake up a little earlier and
Work out before.
yeah, but it never happened. Just to be honest.
Reference to why we're doing this, Huberman Lab had a couple really good podcasts, both on your schedule for sleep schedule and how that impacts your circadian rhythm and your dopamine rhythm, which goes in line or falls in line very closely to your circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
So definitely something to watch. You try and put some links in that. Just worth your time.
It's
It
hard.
really
We've
is.
watched so many podcasts over the last 3 to 6 months on so many different topics. So finding the right links, you know, it'll be a little bit of a challenge if we don't get it up right away. If we come across
We'll
the
get it. Don't
podcast
worry about
again,
it. We'll get
we'll
it.
repost it. So
We definitely know, in this case, which ones we're talking about. We'll
Yeah.
find it and link it in the show notes
and if we watch, you know,
or in the description.
if we watch another podcast that's relative to what we're talking about, again, you know, we'll go on and add it to the show notes. So don't feel bad if you know, don't think twice about going
Don't
back.
worry about what he's saying because it's going to be there.
If you have to go back and look at the show notes, you know, in 3 months, just to find what we're looking at.
It'll be there by the time we post it.
Okay,
That's the commitment we're doing.
we've committed. You just committed us both to.
Dude, we're not going half-assed, man. So
Well, I'm just saying we might hear another one that's
If we
relative.
post this and something else comes up,
Yeah, that's.
we'll do another podcast
We'll
about
do
it.
another podcast. Okay.
And
Yeah, we'll do an update.
we'll tell you
do an
about it.
update
We'll do an
about
update.
that. We'll do
Yeah.
an update.
I'd rather
That's
do
our
that.
commitment. In the initial podcast that we post or vlog that we post, we will post the links for the relative content that we're talking about that we've come across. And if we find more, we'll do an updated podcast. That's our commitment to you guys. Starting from now, right now.